have attended, they can also go ahead and revise. And then we will talk about today's content. Okay, let me go ahead and start presenting my screen. Yes, I will mute everyone so that other people are not disturbed. At any point of time, you are facing any challenges, feel free to write them in the chat. I have opened the chat between you and me. Cool. So yesterday, folks, what we have done is I have told you that by the end of these 2 sessions, we are going to answer these 4 questions. The first question is, what do PMs do? Which we have already answered yesterday with the help of 3D framework, which is discovery, definition, and delivery. The second question is, what skills are needed to become a product manager, that we are going to talk about today. Yesterday also you might have understood some of them. Then we are going to talk about what does a PM trajectory looks like. What does the PM career and the salaries look like? And eventually we are going to talk about that how you can become a product manager coming from any kind of background. Okay, so these 3 questions we are going to answer today. And yesterday I told you that the motivation of this session is to make sure that you feel motivated, that yes, no matter what kind of background that I'm coming from, no matter what kind of company that I'm working in, I still have a potential, I still have a hope to become a product manager. That is the intent of this session, so that you feel motivated. Now, we talk about myself. So my name is Ankit. I have been driven by the mission that I need to help people build better products, because
WhatsApp
if you build
business.
better products, we
Hello
can create
PM.
world a
Hourglass
better place.
session 2 starts
So
in
I
a few
help people
minutes.
become product
Hello hand
managers,
waving.
learn product
Today's session
management,
of PM
and move into
Masterclass
product
is starting
management,
in
and
soon in a
maybe
few
move
minutes at 8
upside
p.m.
into
IST,
product management.
6:30 a.m. Pacific Standard
Now
Time,
we talk
2:30
about
p.m. Greenwich
the
Mean
first thing,
Time. The
which is
mentor,
what
Ankit
do product
Shukla, will
managers do.
soon be
So
hosting
we
the
have
session.
divided this
Link please join
into
from this
3
link.
parts. Okay,
https
we have divided this into 3 parts. The first part was,
www.zoom.us/j/857610429009.
yes, the first part was discovery. In discovery, what we do is, in the discovery part, we understand the business, we talk to the users, we conduct surveys, we observe the users, we look at the data, and we also do a lot of market research in terms of understanding trends and understanding the competitors. After analyzing all of these things and talking to our stakeholders in terms of discovery, your very important stakeholders are sales and customer support people, because they are also connected to the customers. Okay, they understand the customer empathy. When you connect with all of these people, you will have a set of problems and a set of ideas that you can implement in order to achieve business goals and in order to solve the problems for your users. So as a product manager, you have to balance between achieving the business goals and solving the user problems. Okay, now here in this particular thing, you are going to use multiple tools. Tools such as Google Analytics and Mixpanel for doing the analysis of data. Tools such as Typeform in order to understand and conduct the surveys. Tools such as Craftful and Kenny in order to automate the user insight generation. So these are the tools that will help you collect the feedback from multiple places, such as Jira, such as forums, such as Reddit, such as Quora, such as your Play Store app, and it will help you put all of this feedback at one place so that you can take action on it. Okay. Now, after this, once we have decided a lot of ideas, then we can go ahead and talk about the define part. So now we have some ideas. Now we will go ahead and prioritize the ideas. We will decide the metrics and goals, which should be connected to the business goals. And then we will also make sure that we are able to write a product requirement document. I have given you the brief of the product requirement document yesterday, and I will also share with you a detailed video so that you can understand how to create a product requirement document. Okay. And then eventually, the purpose of this definition part is to give clarity to your team. So now you have a lot of ideas. You need to choose one of the ideas or few of the ideas. Now you have to detail the ideas in such a way that if you give this document to your developers or your designers, they should be able to execute the idea. They should be able to develop that product or design that product. Okay. So that is called as definition phase. And in definition also we use multiple tools. Tools such as Confluence and Notion, which are used for documentation. Tools such as Whimsical and Figma, which are used to create prototypes and wireframes and designs. Okay. I will also share with you a detailed video on how you can learn Figma as a product manager for free. And we also have project management tools such as Trello and Jira. Okay, they will help you measure and make sure that your team is working on the right stuff. Okay, after that, we have the third phase, which is the delivery phase. Delivery phase means that now you have done the planning, now you have done the identification of right ideas. Now you should work with your team in order to design the product, in order to develop the product, and also to distribute the product. So here you will work with multiple teams in order to get the actual work done. So you will work with marketing, engineering, sales, design. You will do the experimentation setup. I have told you about A/B experiments yesterday. Then you will create a go-to-market strategy, and then eventually you will launch and analyze. Okay. And after this, you go ahead and also use multiple tools such as Mixpanel. Once you have launched the tool, once you have launched the product, you need to understand the metrics again. There are multiple tools for A/B testing. Google Optimize is no more. So you can use Visual Website Optimizer and Firebase. Similarly, there is a tool called as Clever Tap, which can help you send notifications and emails to your users. And then there is Jira, where you can log all the tickets. And if users are facing any kind of problem, you have to assign some bugs to the developers, then you can use Jira for the same. Okay. Eventually, we also talk about the prioritization model. So whenever you have a lot of ideas to do, you cannot go ahead and try to do all of them. So you have to put your mind in order to prioritize the right stuff. So here I have given you a simple framework that you write down what is your feature, you write down what is the estimated impact, you write down what is the estimated effort, and then you calculate impact divided by effort. The range of impact is from 1 to 5. The range of effort is from 1 to 5. Okay. And in yesterday's session, I have also told you how do you understand the impact. Yes. So in order to understand the impact, you consider multiple variables. Yes. In order to understand the impact, you consider multiple variables. Variables such as what is the user value that is being generated, what is the business value, what is the revenue, user growth, cost saving, whatever that you are contributing to the business or to the user. Okay. And then you rank them all, and then eventually you have the priority list. Okay. Now you can also go ahead and do it subjectively. So you can go ahead and map it into high impact, high effort, low effort, and then you can have various quadrants attached. Okay, which is what we have gone ahead and done yesterday. Okay, I've also given you and helped you understand a case study of Apna.co, of Zomato, and for Swiggy as well. Okay, so this is what we have done so far, guys. Quickly tell me, go ahead in the chat if everything so far has been understood to you and you want to move ahead with today's session. This was the quick revision of what we have done yesterday. Yes, very good. So let's go now. Before I could start, whatever are the kind of questions that you have, guys, whatever are the kind of questions that you have, we are going to answer these questions at the end of the session today. Okay, we'll take about 1 hour, 30 minutes in order to complete the session. And after that, I will open the Q&A session. In the Q&A session, I'll give you a form. You have to put your questions there, and I'll take these questions one by one. Okay? Yes. And also, guys, requesting some of you folks to open your cameras so that I can also feel interactive in the session. Go ahead, guys, take your time, open your cameras. If you open your cameras, that will help me feel interactive and it will help you focus in the session. Go ahead. Yes. Cool. Thank you for everyone who has opened the camera. Now, understand everyone that in order to do all of this work as a product manager, In order to do all of this work as a product manager, you need to have a lot of skills. This is not small work. Okay. So you need to possess some really, really important skills. So what are the skills that a product manager needs? The product manager needs these 7 skills. The first skill is user empathy. User empathy means your ability to understand the users. Every business in the world works because some customer chooses to pay for their services. The customer is the most important stakeholder in the business. But the sad part is that whenever the decisions are taken for these customers, they are not present in that room. Whenever the decisions are taken for these customers, they are not present in that room. So you as a product manager is the representative of the user or the advocate of the user or the voice of the user. Okay, so user empathy is the number one skill. Without user empathy, you cannot become a good product manager. Okay, that is a basic skill. The second skill is business sense. Business sense means you should be able to understand how your business works and how your product is contributing to the bigger goal of the company. For example, I have given you the example of Zomato distance based ratings. So, yesterday we were talking about this, right? Distance based rating. And here I have told you that if because of rating, people order from a restaurant which is nearby them, it helps Zomato save some money in the delivery costs. So, you should understand how the whole business works so that you should be able to make sure that your product is also contributing to the business strategy. Okay, so this is the second most important skill that you need. Most importantly, guys, people who are moving from QA or okay, quick question to for everyone. Quick question for everyone. Can you guys tell me what is your current profession? Tell me everyone in the chat what is your current profession or what was your last profession if you are unemployed right now? Product owner, Scrum Master. Yes. Yes. So for all the jobs which are not customer facing, okay. Yes. So for all the jobs such as engineers, such as product owners, such as Scrum Masters, such as project managers, okay. All of these jobs where you do not interact with the customers and it is not a very high communication job. The issue is that most of the time it is an issue for you that you might not be able to understand business sense. So generally, if people are not selecting your resume because they think that you do not have business sense, so you have to work on your business sense. Business sense means understanding how a business works. And guys, it is not at all difficult. I'll recommend you a couple of books, and then your business sense ability will improve a lot. Okay. The third part is data fluency. Data fluency means these days, whenever we are using any kind of product, we are generating a lot of data. Whenever you click, whenever you fill a form, whenever you download an app, whenever you install an app, okay, whenever you sign up on a platform, this all of these steps are generating some sort of data. So as a product manager, you should be able to utilize this data in order to draw insights so that you can help your product grow. Okay, help your customers solve their problems and help your business grow. Okay, so you should be able to convert this raw data into some kind of insights. Okay, and I am also going to give you a 2-hour masterclass for free. It is a recorded masterclass where you can understand how to do the product analytics. Okay, so all the major tools plus what are the different kind of reports such as funnels, such as user journey map, such as cohort analysis is all mentioned in that video. Okay, the fourth point is problem solving. Problem solving means that as a product manager, you are always facing problems. Problem for your customers, problem for your team, problem from your businesses. So you need to make sure that you understand how to create and understand the solutions for these problems. Okay, so problem solving is a very, very critical skills. As a product manager, you are always bombarded with problems. Customer problems, client problems, team problems, management problems, data problems, technical problems. So you have to make sure that you are very good with problem solving. Okay, so I'll tell you a couple of frameworks through which you can go ahead and maybe become a better. Yes, you can go ahead and become better at problem solving. Okay, generally, people who are moving from consulting to PM, they have this edge that generally people from consulting are good with problem solving and businesses. Okay. And also people who are engineers. Engineers and designers are also good problem solvers. Okay. I am giving you a stereotype because that is what the HR is going to consider when they look at your resume. Okay. After this, we have product execution. Product execution means in order to create an idea into a product, in order to create an idea into a product, you have to do a lot of execution work. Execution such as prioritization, such as understanding how agile works, doing a lot of documentation, doing a lot of meetings. All of this thing comes under product execution. Product execution means how are you able to convert a product idea into a full-fledged shippable product, converting the idea into a reality. That is called as product execution. Okay. After that, we have collaboration and persuasion. Collaboration and persuasion means that I have already told you that PM is a team sport. PM is a team sport. So you need to understand how to play with the team. You have to lead them. You have to communicate to them. You have to make sure that they are bringing their best self to the work. Okay. So you need to understand how to collaborate, how to persuade. And for this also, there are multiple methods and technologies, multiple methodologies so that you can go ahead and collaborate better with people. Okay. And the last part is ability to learn quickly. Ability to learn quickly means that you should be able to make sure that as your customer needs are changing, as the technology is changing, you should be able to learn things quickly. Okay, right now AI is coming. Tomorrow something else will come. Okay, so you should make sure that if you really want to become a good, great product manager, you should have the ability to learn quickly. All the great product managers that I have worked with, all of them were able to switch domains very easily because they can go ahead and acquire the knowledge very easily. Someone moved from education tech to fintech. Some people moved from social tech to education tech. Some people moved from gaming to maybe equity and fintech. Okay, so if you know how to learn things quickly, then you should be able to become a better product manager and you will not be limited just by your domain because I have seen many product managers who are not willing to learn, they stuck in that particular domain and then they face a lot of challenges in their career. Okay, so these are the 7 skills, guys, that you absolutely need in order to become a good product manager. Understand? Some of these skills are very necessary. For example, user empathy. Without user empathy, you will not be able to do well in product management. Okay, business sense is also important. Not as important as user empathy, but yes, it is important. Okay, data fluency is becoming very important. Although it depends on the team. If your team has a dedicated data scientist and data analyst, then your burden is a little bit less. But for smaller teams, you need to have a good data fluency. Okay, problem solving is a must-have skill. Product execution and collaboration and persuasion actually also depends on your team. If you have a great team, then you can follow the processes and they are going to work as fine as possible. But if you do not have a great team, you have to struggle in order to do this work. Right? And this is like an absolutely must-have skill that you need so that you can also acquire all the other skills. Right? So everyone tell me, out of all of these skills, where do you think you are weakest at right now? Which is your weakest skill right now? Data. Data. So what I'll do is I will share some resources with you. So I will go ahead and share some books, their summaries, and this slide with you, and also some more YouTube videos, so that you can go ahead and gather these skills. I understand that data fluency is becoming a number one skill that people struggle with. So we will do something about it. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now you have understood these skills. Let us now talk about let us now talk about the product management ladder. Okay. How does a career of a product manager looks like? So this is the data that has been sourced from Ambition Box, Glassdoor, Levels.fyi, and we have also done our own research on about 1,000 PMs across India. Okay. And we were able to find some insights. The insights were that generally people who have 0 to 3 years of experience in anything, sales, marketing, or students, or anything, they generally start their career with a associate product manager job. In associate product manager job, generally complete features are not given to you. One flow of the feature, one funnel optimization, talking to the users, doing the documentation. This is the kind of work that you generally get. Okay. As you transition ahead in your career, let's say if you have more than 3 years of experience in anything, okay, or you have a couple of years experience in APM or a product analyst, then generally you go ahead and become a product manager. Understand? People who are working in good roles, they are not product managers, but they are in good roles, and they have been working for more than 3 years. They also have a chance to directly become a product manager, even without an APM or a product analyst position. Okay, so it is possible. For example, business analyst, senior business analyst, product owners, and product analyst, or maybe engineers, salespeople, if they have substantial experience, they can also directly move into product management. Okay, here, this is the kind of salaries that we have seen. 15 to 35 LPA, you can convert it in your own currency with the purchase power parity as well. And here, generally, features are given to you, business outcomes are given to you, and some cross-functional collaboration is also given to you. You have to work with other people. After that, you become a senior product manager, your responsibilities increase, you become a group product manager. So after senior product manager, there are two levels. Either you choose a managerial role or you choose an individual contributor role. Okay. So a managerial role is group product manager, where you also manage other product managers. And another role is principal product manager, where you work sole with your team. Okay. And then eventually you become a VP or director of product, where you go ahead and lead multiple bigger initiatives, mentor big teams, and make sure that everyone is working in a particular strategic direction. Okay. So this is the product management ladder which people go through in order to become product managers. And also understand, guys, that if you find it struggling to break into product management outrightly, then there are roles which are very closer to product management. Okay. Yes. So what happens is that, let's say this is the product management role, and you are here. You are either a developer, or you are a designer, or you are a salesperson, or you are a marketing person, or you are a QA. Okay. Although you can directly transition into PM, we have a lot of stories which I'll share videos with you about. But if you want to get closer to product management, then one method is you can directly become a product manager, which is a bit difficult, but it is possible. The other part is you can get to roles which are more near to product management, such as project management, such as product owner, such as business analyst, such as product analyst. And sometimes the strategic and consulting roles, no matter how you name them, can also help you get into product management as well. So project manager, product owner, BA, PA, strategic roles and consulting roles can also help you get into product management. Okay, so this is the PM ladder. Cool. One question from everyone, guys. Now you can understand the salaries here. Tell me honestly that if you are able to make a relevant switch into product management, is there a scope to increase your salary given the numbers that I have given you? Tell me yes or no in the chat. If you are able to transition into product management, do you think there is a ability to increase your salary? Hmm. Yes. Yes. Now, yes. Now, one more thing. I hope everyone is able to understand this slide, right? So, on this slide, I have mentioned multiple people, multiple popular people who are the CEOs of their respective companies. Can anyone tell me what is common among these people? Yes. Yeah. So, all of these people, at one point or other in their career, all of them were product managers. Even Zhao, who is the CEO of Notion, was a product manager. Sundar Pichai, we all know, was a product manager. Marisa Mayer was a product manager. Even the current CEO of Yahoo was also a product manager. Girish Mathrubootham was a product manager. And Stewart was also a product manager before he became the CEO of Slack. Okay. So now, guys, I'm trying to tell you a story here. Okay. I'm not sure if you're able to get it. The story is that you, as a product manager, need to have a lot of skills. It's not an easy job. Okay. It's not an easy job. You have to do so many things. Similarly, you need to have a lot of skills in order to do these things. Similarly, if you become a product manager, then the career trajectory looks very interesting and it is full of potential in terms of salary and also in terms of impact that you can make. As a developer right now, you can only pinpoint or work on one part of your product lifecycle. But as a product manager, your impact is going to be even bigger. Okay. So it pays well. It is hard. It requires a lot of skills. Okay. And the ceiling is almost infinite, which is if you really do a great job as a product manager, the opportunities are almost limitless for you. Okay, because you have the largest leverage as a product manager in any organization. Okay, so it pays well, it is a lot of work, it needs a lot of skills, it pays well, and the ceiling is almost infinite. The potential is almost infinite. Okay, still a lot of people do a very big mistake when transitioning to product management. Okay, so now I ask one question to everyone. Let's say you are the CEO of your company. You own a very big company. It's a product based company. And now someone tells you that, boss, please allow me to become a product manager. Tell me, guys, you will say yes or no. Tell me honestly in the chat a very practical answer I'm looking from you. If someone comes to you and tells you that make me the product manager in your organization, what would you do? Yes or no? Yes. So what happens is that people don't have any enmity with you. Okay, they don't want to, let's say, bring you down or something. But understand, this job is not easy. This job has a lot of responsibilities. Okay. And just saying in an interview that I am passionate, that's why I want to become a product manager. Okay. You need to prove your skills, which is, does this person who is talking to me, even they have the skills or not? And this is actually one of the most common mistakes that people make. Okay. What people do is, just give me a moment. Yes. So what people do is they make this mistake. What they do is, and many of you also make this mistake. Okay. The mistake is that you start here. I wish to become a product manager. Okay. You are either inspired by someone has posted something on LinkedIn, or you hate your current, or your friend has become a product manager, or you have learned about product management. So now you have a wish that you want to become a product manager. The second step is you started created a learning roadmap that now this is the thing that I need to learn in order to become a product manager. Okay. And after that, you get the required skills. And once you have got these skills, you connect with the employers. And then some of these employers go ahead and they are able to convince the employers in order to become product managers. Okay, this is a right path. But tell me yes in the chat. Tell me yes in the chat if you guys have ever gone ahead and just from this step, you have directly tried to do the step number 4 or 5. That you started sending your resumes and then you did not get the reply, you do not get the reply, and then you think that maybe people are only selecting people who are going ahead and becoming, who are going ahead and coming from top colleges or top, let's say, top alma mater or top companies. Yes. Tell me, guys, if you can relate with this. Yes. So, what happens is that, guys, understand that in the world, no one owes you anything. If you have these skills, if you are able to contribute the business value, customer value as a product manager, then people would want to go ahead and hire you as a product manager. Okay. If you do not have these skills, the world is too competitive to go ahead and even try. Okay. And also these days, don't think that people are going to give you opportunities to learn on the job. The days are gone when people will hire you, then they will train you for 6 months, and then they will expect the results from you. And if that is the job that you are looking for, then these jobs are not going to stay for a long period of time. What you need to do is you need to understand what the job is. I have already told you enough of it. Now you need to go ahead and maybe understand what a product manager does. You need to acquire these skills. And once you acquire these skills, you come at the level, you come at the level that you start implementing this code. The quote is deserve before you desire. Deserve the role of PM before you desire the role of PM. Everyone, think about this sentence for a moment and tell me yes or no in the chat if you are able to understand this. It's a very powerful code if you are able to understand this. Yes, I could see there are about 291 people in the session. Everyone, tell me yes or no in the chat if you are there in the session. If your focus is here, tell me in the chat. Hmm. Cool. Very good. Now, guys, the whole story in life is simply this: deserve before you desire. I mean, by deserve, I mean you should be prepared for the opportunity. Okay. And then you should take enough initiatives. You should try enough number of times so that someone is able to go ahead and give you a job. Okay. Now, once you have the product management skills, once you product have the product management skills, how to get the product management skills? There are books, there are courses, you can talk to people, you can do so many things in order to get these skills. I've already told you. Okay. Now, once you prove that you have these skills, once you know in your heart that you have these skills, after that, I can tell you how to convince the employers. how to reach out to you. Okay, so your responsibility is to deserve, to go ahead and acquire the product management knowledge. And once you have acquired the product management knowledge, now I'm going to give you the 3 steps or 3 ways in which you can go ahead and become an actual product manager. Okay, so let me go ahead and start. The number one thing that you can do is the easiest way to become a product manager is to do an internal transition. Many of our alumni at Freshworks, at Microsoft, and Visa, and many other companies, they were able to become product manager within their own company, from QA, from tech specialist, from consultant, from engineering. They were able to transition internally. But transition internally does not happen that you one day go to your manager and ask them that I want to become a product manager. No. What you need to do is you need to approach it with a strategic sense. The number one step is, or I would say number zero step is, develop product skills. If you do not have product skills, no point of talking about it. A good product manager is going to ask you 2 questions and they will understand if you know product management or not. So number one step, get product skills. The second skills are possibility of transition or internal possibilities. Possibility of transition and internal policies. Some companies have a rule that they don't allow you to internally transition within 6 months of joining the company. Okay, so look at these possibilities. You can also go to your LinkedIn profile of your company, look at people who are working there and see have they transitioned internally in any position to any position. That will give you some proof. Okay, if you find no example, then also you can try. That will just give you more confidence. The third part is, this is the most important part. Now start connecting with the product managers in your organization. Okay, I'm sure if you are in sales, marketing, design, development, customer support, one or the other way you might have talked to the product managers. So now it's your responsibility now to go ahead, talk to these product managers and start helping them. Because you already have the skills, you should be able to help them well. How you should help them? Understand a product manager never has enough time for user research, spec writing, market research. You can take some of this work from them and help them understand that you know product management and you are very curious about it. And once you do this for enough time, maybe a few weeks and few months, after that, you go ahead and talk to your manager. Okay, you talk to your manager and you talk to the leader of the product management in that organization. And the person that you were helping since long period of time, they are now going to become your advocate. Okay, so rather than you have 2 ways. Either you can just go ahead and talk to your manager and spoil your way, or you can prepare really well. In the end, these things are also going to give you learning. And then you can go ahead and try to have a more strategic way of becoming a product manager internally in your company. Okay. Now, there are many people, there are many case studies that I'm going to give you as a part of this presentation later, that they have moved into product management with internal transitions. From sales to product management, from engineering to product management, from marketing to product management, design to product management, even customer success to product management. Okay, so it is a very, very big possibility for you. Similarly, these are some more cases that I'll tell you. Okay, first is this person working at Hike. They started as a marketing consultant. Then they have gone ahead and became an associate product manager. And then they became a product manager for growth and messaging. And then they became a product manager for games. Internal transition. This person, vast engineering manager. Then they became a product manager. Then they became a product manager at Paytm. So they did a internal transition first and external transition later. This particular person, they were into business development, associate, junior sales profile, senior sales profile, product analyst, then APM, and then PM. And this is a very interesting transition. This person was a senior software engineer at TCS. So there are many people in the chat today who are not working with product-based companies. So what you can do is, you can first try to transition into a product-based company. So this person with the same skills of developer, he was able to transition into development profile into Adobe because the development thing is common. After they were into Adobe, they were then able to transition into a product manager position within the same company. Okay. Even with her own alumni, we have seen multiple times. So this is the story of Asim Aishwarya. He is now a product manager at Salesforce. Before that, he was a product manager at a company called Freshworks, and his story was very simple. That he tried doing the internal transition in the company. He talked to this manager, and the manager said no. Then he did the program. He has gone ahead and start talking to other companies. Then he was able to get a couple of offers. One offer from ADP and other offer from Zanoti, both in Hyderabad. And then he, with these two offers, he has then gone to his manager that boss, I have the offer. Now I'm leaving the company, going to other company for the PM position. And then he was retained, and then he became a product manager in his own company, Freshworks. From tech lead to product manager, from front end developer to product manager. Okay. Now everyone in the chat, tell me yes or no if you believe that internal transition can work for you. Yes, no, yes, no. It has worked for me. It has worked for Shali. Nishit Gandhi. Yes, yes. Yes. Cool. It worked for Paulomi, it worked for Nisar. Yes. Correct. So it has worked for many people. So it is a straight way. But understand, it could also be a hit or a miss way. Right? It might be possible that your manager does not want you to transition. Or you want to transition out of that company because either the company is not a product-based company or the culture of the company is not good. That is the major reason why you want to become a PM, because you want to leave this company. Right? So in that case, I'll tell you the second way. The second way is apply through your network and resume. Okay, cool. So one question to everyone, guys. Okay, I'm sure this question is very important for you. Okay, how many people believe that you necessarily need to have be from a tier one college or the top IIT or IIM in order to become a product manager? Tell me yes or no in the chat if you believe this. If you believe that you necessarily need to be from an IIT or IIM in order to go ahead and become a product manager, yes or no in the chat, guys. Yes. Cool. So, guys, if you are thinking that you necessarily need an IIT-IIM degree in order to get into a good product management role, and you are not coming from IIT-IIM, that is the reason why you're not able to become a product manager, then you are only doing the absolute harm to yourself. Okay, that is the worst thing that you can tell yourself by limiting yourself. Okay, you can find so many people, okay, not majority, but so many people who were able to come from very noble backgrounds. They did not get a chance to get into these kind of colleges. Still, they are doing very, very good in product management. Okay, so please, it could be true, as in some hiring managers are believing that. But if you think that it is completely true for your own profile, then you are only doing the harm for yourself. Okay, people who are not from these backgrounds, they are also able to become good product managers. People who are from these backgrounds, they will find definitely a bit easier. Okay, but that should not limit yourself from trying. Okay, that should not limit yourself from trying. The number of companies which used to mention that we only need top one, tier two colleges, okay, they are also reducing. Okay, so your opportunity is in your own hands. If you believe in something that is limiting you, you are only limiting yourself. Understand? World owes you nothing. You owe yourself your own success. Okay. Yes or no, if you are able to understand this, guys. Why you should not have this thinking. I'm not saying that this thinking is, let's say, true or it is false, but it is very, very, very harmful for you. Yes or no, guys, if you are able to understand this, please stop believing in things that are limiting you and look for proofs on the internet. So, if you truly believe through your heart that boss, an ITIM degree really helps, then go ahead and get one degree. But if you don't believe, then go ahead and work hard in order to get into that room. Yes. Now the second step. Apply through resume and your network. So first of all, many people make a mistake. I have seen people with 2 years experience and 5 pages of resume. People who have written all the responsibilities that they were having in the job and they do not mention any kind of impact or numbers. Okay. So the first thing that you need to do is please optimize your resume. Your resume is the single most important document that you create in your career. Okay. So please, even if it takes 4 or 5 hours for you to optimize your resume, please do so. How to optimize the resume? I will go ahead and share this complete guide with you. Okay. So this guide is the most detailed guide that you are going to find on resume checklist for product managers. Okay. This guide mentions what are the formats and examples, what are the do's and don'ts, how you should mention everything else such as certification, extracurricular, and portfolio, what are the tools and skills, and I have included multiple templates of people who are even selected at companies such as Google and multiple startups. Okay, and I've also shared how do you customize your resume as per the job description, and there is a checklist. Okay, so how many of you think that this guide is going to be helpful for you? Tell me yes or no in the chat. Yes. So what I'll do is I will send this guide to everyone who remains till the end of the session and along with all of the resources if they fill the feedback form. Okay, so that guide would be available to you absolutely free along with all the other resources. Yes. Now, after this, so please spend some time on improving the resume. Second is reach out to your network. Please, guys, reach out to your network. By network, I mean don't think that you have to ask random people on LinkedIn from the get go. First of all, explore your own network. Okay. By your network, I mean that you were in a school sometime, then you went to UG college, undergraduate college, then some of you went to PG college, then some of you went to some companies, one after the other. Okay. The true way to expand or understand your network is understand in your college, there were juniors, there were seniors, there were batchmates. In companies, there were colleagues. Now they are working elsewhere. Okay. So this is your network. Go to LinkedIn, search for product manager or any company that, or search for, let's say, people who are in your college, who have been passed out at any year, 2 years ago, you, 2 years before you, 2 years after you, anything like that. Okay. Then if you go ahead and reach out to these people, they have more reasons to go ahead and help you out because you are belonging to the same alma mater or you are belonging to the same companies. This is your true network. Don't rely on guy who tell you on LinkedIn that I have a position in my company. Please send your email ID in the comment section, and I'm going to give you the job. Okay, and you will see that these kind of posts will have thousands of comments, and no one goes ahead and replies. Okay, so please first leverage your own network. Your own network is your hidden power that most of the people do not leverage. Okay, and if some people think that because they are from a tier 3 or tier 4 college, so they do not have a good network, then understand, guys, Even if you are from the worst college of the world, even if you are from the worst college of the world, there is someone or the else in every batch who is an absolute rock star. So go ahead and reach out to them, reciprocate the efforts, reciprocate the value. Okay, that is how you create your own strong network. Make it a task that every week I am going to make 10 or 15 new people in my network as my LinkedIn connection. And maybe I'll go ahead and try to exchange some messages with them. This is your real network. Okay. After the network, the third part is when you approach the companies and let's say when you have the interview opportunity, try to do the company research. By company research, I mean just go ahead, ask on, type the name of the company on Google. Whatever are the top 5, 7 links, go through them. Go to the top 5 links. The first link would be the website of the company. Second would be maybe some kind of competitor. Third, fourth, fifth would be the founder talking about in the media so that you understand what is important for this company. It is absolutely required. You can also go to tools such as Perplexity in order to. So, how many of you know about Perplexity? Yes or no in the chat? Yes. So, go to this tool called as Perplexity and try to do the good kind of company research. Okay. And after Perplexity, understand company research is very, very important. Okay. And then interview preparation guide. Very, very important, guys. Don't think that you can go ahead and wake up one day and go in a product management interview and you are going to crack it. Okay. Product management interviews are very, 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 very tricky or very structured. So, what I'll do is I'll share a guide with you. I'll share a very detailed guide with you and an online session with you so that you can learn how to go ahead and prepare better for product management question. These contains the 6 kind of questions. What are the example questions? What skills are they assessing? How to answer these questions with lot of frameworks, lot of cheat sheets, and the best thing is this list of questions that is from real PM interviews. So this is the list of questions that are from a real PM interviews. So the latest one was actually posted a couple of days back. Okay, the interviewer from Meta. Okay, this also I'll share with you so that you can go ahead and learn about, how to go ahead and give product management interviews. Okay, yes, guys, this will also be shared with you. This will also be shared with you. You just have to remain till the end of the session, fill the feedback form, and then you are good to go. Okay, and one more thing that you can do is connect with the previously successful candidates. What you can do is search for the company name on LinkedIn. In the filter section, go ahead and put like search for product manager on LinkedIn, and in the filter section, put the name of the company. That's it. You'll be able to find all the people who are working in product management in that particular organization. Okay, and then you can go ahead and connect with them in order to understand if, and also don't ask what questions are you going to ask in an interview. Ask about what the culture is, how do you build a product, so that you are genuinely curious about the job. Okay, so these are the steps, guys. Understand, although these are very commonsensical, almost 90% people do not do them. Resumes are very unoptimized. People do not reach out to their network. They don't do proper company research. They don't go ahead and even prepare for interview. They think that they'll be able to just go ahead and give the interview because product management is only soft skill. Okay, and then they fail. Right? Tell me, everyone in the chat, if you think that following these steps will take you towards your career as a product manager. Yes. Yes. So one of our recent candidates, he was in UK. UK is the very, very, very bad job market right now. He was able to get a job just by going ahead and easy applying because his resume was very, very, very well optimized. And he was very much prepared for interviews. He applied for more than 100 positions and one was able to get into this. Okay. Now, and there are multiple other examples as well. Okay. Now, guys, the ultimate part. Okay. The ultimate part. It is possible that you have tried internal transition, you have tried applying at other companies through your resume, but it is not working. It can happen. It happens with many people. A lot of you are trying, but you are not able to get the job. Okay. Some of you have optimized resume, some of you have non-optimized resume. So now I'm going to give you the ultimate path. No matter what background that you are from, if you follow this path, you will become. You just have to follow it for the long enough time. Okay. Create your own path. The simplest thing is make sure that you always have a resume ready, very, very like a very tight resume, and which is also relevant to the job description. Read the job description, understand what you have, try to merge both of these things. Okay. The second part, create proof of work. People are not hiring you because they do not think that you know product management. I'll tell it again. People are not hiring you because they do not think that you can do the job of a product manager. They don't think you have these skills. So what you can do is you can create something called as a portfolio. What is a portfolio? So we have created the most detailed guide on portfolio for product managers on the internet. Okay. This guide contains, along with a video, it contains everything that you need in order to create a very compelling portfolio. Portfolio is proof of your work that yes, this person knows product management. If you write skills on your resume, who will trust you? So you need a portfolio to prove these skills. Okay. So what are the things that you can include in your portfolio? So this is the portfolio from one of our alumni, Anish, where he has done these projects. Right now, he's a product manager in Germany. Okay. This is a product portfolio from Surbi, who is now an entrepreneur. Okay. So what they have done is they have picked up different problem statements that we give them into our program, and then they were able to build strong portfolios based on the same. Okay. These are all the examples that I'm going to give you. Plus, I'll also share this complete guide with you. Okay. I've also mentioned what you can include. I've also mentioned what you can include, and I will also go ahead and yes, I will also go ahead and mention what are the different things that you can include. Plus, what are the tools that you can use in order to build portfolio. So you have examples, you have how to, you have tools. Now you are only limited by your bill. Okay. Tell me everyone, I commit in the chat if you commit to creating your portfolio. And don't just create portfolio for the sake of it that I want to go ahead and do this. Create portfolio because it will help you prove your skills not only to other companies but to yourself. Otherwise, if you just read the books or do the course and if you don't do anything, you are never sure that you know product management. Okay. So make sure that you are able to go ahead and create a portfolio. Yes. All of these resources would be shared with you guys free of cost. Don't worry about it. Yes. Now, the final step. The final step. It might happen that you create a portfolio. So I'm not sure if I've told you that according to the stats, a hiring manager gives you 10-20 seconds to your resume in order to decide whether to hire you or not hire you, or whether to take you in the interview process or not. But portfolio is a bigger document. The problem with portfolio is that it might be possible that some hiring managers will not even look at your portfolio because they don't have time to go through the portfolio and they will look at a better profile. Okay, so how do you solve this particular problem? Okay, Is everyone able to understand the problem with portfolio? It might be possible that people do not have time to go through your portfolio, and it is about another irrelevant company, right? It is about some other irrelevant company. Maybe they are not interested in knowing about that company. So why do they spend time in order to read your portfolio? Okay, so that is the problem. So now I'm going to give you answer to that particular problem, solution to that particular problem. But right now we are going to take a quick break of 5 minutes, and after that I'm going to tell you the ultimate thing that can almost get you a job into product management. Okay, so quick break of 5 minutes, guys. Come back when this timer ends. Go ahead, stand up from your chair, drink some water, and come back. Hello everyone, welcome back. Please tell me I am back in the chat if you are back. Amazing. Great. Great. Cool. Yes. Cool. So now we'll continue with the rest of the session. So I have told you a problem. The problem is that generally your portfolio might slide through. Maybe people will not have time to go ahead and look at your portfolio and all. So what do you do? Now I'm going to tell you the ultimate way. If you do this, there are much more higher chances that you will be able to get into product management. Okay. So this thing is called as a self-screening artifact. So what you do is you make a list of
Teams received a new message
about
from
20
Nisha
to
Rawal.
25 companies.
Ristria Banijia Bank credit message credit invalid
Companies
agent
which are
service
as per your
disabled.
interest, companies which are not that big like Google and Facebook and not small like 4 or 5 people startup. Okay. Companies which are good enough, companies where you think there would be a good product management practice, and company where your genuine interest aligns. Maybe you are interested in dating, maybe you are interested in food tech, maybe you are interested in gaming. Okay. So companies where your close interest aligns and companies where you genuinely want to work for. It could be a small company, it could be a big company. It should not be as big as Facebook, Google. It should not be as small as a 2 4 person company. Okay. You have to create a list of these companies. After that, you have to ask yourself one by one that if I were the product manager of this company, if I were the product manager of this company, what would I do in my first 6 months? What would I do in my first 6 months? Okay. And when you answer this question, you can include this format. The format is what is the industry landscape, competitive research, and major research. So, whatever I have told you in the 3D framework, everything you are going to implement here till the definition part. Okay. So, what is the industry landscape? Who are the competitors? What are the major forces? Find a problem to solve. How do you find a problem to solve? Because you have already learned about product management, you should be able to do this. Okay. You will find problem by talking to users, looking at social media reviews, by using the product by yourself, by doing the competitive research. Okay. Then you understand the problem in detail. Why is that problem important? Who is facing the problem? Why it needs to be solved now? Okay. And then you find prospective solutions by your own brainstorming. Okay. And then you create a clear and a valuable deliverable, maybe a deck or a good PRD, product requirement document. Okay. And then you go ahead, send it to multiple people in the company. Try to at least send it to 3 to 5 people who are leaders in the company. Okay. And send them a message that this is who I am. And these are the 3 reasons that you should hire me or I'm willing to talk to you. And this is what I have done for your company. Okay. This is called as a self-recreating artifact because rather than they sending you the assignment after selecting you for resume, you proactively are doing something for them. And this method works, guys, because of 2 important reasons. The one reason is it is crystal clear by looking at this document that you know product management or not. It is crystal clear by looking at this document that you know product management or not. And because you are doing it for their own company, they understand you have high ownership. They understand you are passionate about the company. And because it is about their own company, they are more likely to read it rather than a generic cold email. So if you send me something about how would I improve Hello PM, I am the most genuine and genuinely interested person to read that particular email because I care about it. Okay, make sure that you also follow up. Within a period of 10 days, you should follow up for 3 times because people are sometimes genuinely busy. Okay, so this is the ultimate way. It might take you 1 month, 1.5 months to do this exercise, but most of the time it is going to happen. Okay, yes, and a major question. Some people think that if company steals my idea or they are going to take away my idea and they are not going to give me credit. Don't think about it. You are nobody right now. if you are looking for a job and looking to transition to product management, you are nobody right now. Don't give your ideas so much worth. Okay. Yes or no, if you guys are able to understand this, guys. Cool. Tell me who is going to try this. Tell me who is going to try this.
Teams
Yes.
received a new
So we have
message from
multiple
Nisha
people.
Rawal. Service
We have multiple
enabled.
people who have tried this and they were able to get into their dream product roles. Okay. So this is the story of Chandan, who was a developer for 1.5 years. And then he has gone ahead and he only wanted to work for one company, which is Cred. Okay. So what he did was he created a case study for a company that if company has to launch their e-commerce stores, what they can do. Okay. He created a good case study, reach out to multiple people in the company. And right now, if you are an Indian, you will be knowing about what Cred is. And all the e-commerce operations that Cred looks at, he is the product manager for the same. He's a product manager at Cred because of that particular thing that he had sent to multiple people in the company. Okay. So you understand between you and that PM job, the only thing that you have is effort and persistence. Understand, guys, entrepreneurs, CEOs, founders are always looking for hungry people who want to work, who want to take the company to the next level, who want to prove themselves. You have to be that guy in order to go ahead and get the job. Okay. And I will also share with you. So some people might be puzzled that how do I get the names of these companies? So I will share also this slide with you where multiple lists are mentioned where you can pick up these companies from. Okay, these pages contains thousands of companies. You can choose some companies that is as per your own need. Okay, understand, guys? If you do 2025, the initial 5 would be absolutely crap. You will do bad work at the initial 5, but after that it will improve. It improves with more and more practice. Cool. And now, once you create your portfolio, it is also your responsibility to get your portfolio at places. So some of our alumni have placed their portfolios in their LinkedIn profiles. They have put their portfolios into their resumes. They have put their portfolios into their email signatures. And some people have made such a good portfolio that it is also findable on Google. Okay, so don't just keep your portfolio to yourself. Shout it out to the world. They should know that you know product management. Right? Cool. So now, guys, everyone, finally, tell me if you feel motivated that if you follow these practices that you can also get into a better product role. Everyone, please. Everyone, I could see there are 285 people in the chat. Everyone, please tell me. Yes or no, if you feel motivated that if you take the right things, if you do the right thing, you should be able to become a product manager. Yes. 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 So, guys, there are two things in life. One is something that you can control, which is your own actions, your own motivation, your own effort to become a product manager. And the second thing is an uncontrollable thing, which is what the market is doing, what the hiring manager thinks about you. Do they prefer the ITs or the IMs or do they prefer you? That is something that you cannot absolutely control. But the good part is that out of the oceans of the jobs, you only need one job. So focus on what you can control. Okay. Now, with that being said, I'll also tell you how At Hello PM, we teach you product management. Okay, so I'll take 5 minutes in order to help you understand about the program, and then we'll talk to the questions and answers. Okay, now the first thing that you need to do is learn the concepts. Whatever is there in product management, you need to learn it. Okay, so if you go to our website called hellopm.co, the homepage, you should be able to see the most structured and the most detailed curriculum around product management. Okay, what we teach every week, what are the different kind of case studies. Okay, even if you cannot afford the program, you should at least go through the website once in order to see the curriculum, so that you, if you want to, you can also do the self study. Okay, so what we do is at Hello PM, we help you learn product management. People who are product leaders at companies such as Google, such as Meta, such as Microsoft, such as Misho, such as Paytm, Walmart, are going to teach you product management. All of these are product leaders. Okay, I am the least qualified among all of these mentors. The second part is we make sure that you are able to practice. Understand, you cannot learn product management without practicing it. So we give you a lot of assignments. We give you a lot of projects. We help you build a lot of stuff. We help you get your hands dirty. And for each and every assignment, we give you the feedback so that you are able to learn things by actually doing them. Okay, that will give you the confidence. And as you keep on doing this, as you keep on doing the assignment that we give you and you get the feedback, you will automatically create a portfolio for yourself. We have created the course in such a way that it will automatically help you create a portfolio for yourself. Okay. And then finally, we also help you in transition. So let's say if you are looking for a job as a product manager, and if you complete all the assignments, then Hello PM helps you create your resume with one-on-one. So we do a one-on-one with you to help you improve your resume. We help you create a portfolio reviewed by the experts. We make sure that you are able to prepare for interviews. And we also give you mock interviews. And eventually, after learning all of these things, we also make sure that we give you access to our network so that you can get some introductions, some referrals if possible. So we have more than 1,000 people who are now in our network and became product managers. Okay, so this is about it. The course is around, so I'll just tell you the FAQs around the program, then I'll share the feedback form. Okay, it's a 15-week live program. You can also accelerate it for 40 days. Okay, so you can also complete the 4-month program in about 40 days if you want to accelerate it. Okay, these are the modules that we teach: user and market research, product growth, product ops and execution, product analytics, tech for product managers. So even if someone is coming from a non-tech background, you should also be able to go ahead and get into product management if you do this program. Okay, product thinking. We do everything with the help of case studies, and we include all the important tools that you need to learn as a product manager hands-on. Okay, this is the syllabus that you can look out at. And very recently, we have also launched a new module, which is a part of this program only, which is AI for product managers. Very essential. Very recently, someone whose name was Samarjeet, they were a salesperson. Then they were out of job for 1.5 years. Then they did the program. Now they are an AI PM at a very rapidly growing AI company called Super AGI. Okay, and we have recently launched something new, which is build your own product. In the end of the program, if you complete all the assignments, we will also help you build your own product from scratch. We will help you with ideation, prototyping, validation, no-code development. And if your product is relevant for the community, we'll also promote it to our community of more than 100K people. This is absolutely for free. Okay. Our alumni have been hired by these companies. You take the name of the company in India, most probably, or maybe in the West also, most probably our alumni would be working over there. Okay. These are some FAQs. I'll just give you the FAQs in 2 minutes, then I'll open for the questions. Okay. The cost of the program is 59,000 rupees for Indians and $850 for the people from US. Okay. No cost EMIs are available. This is a completely practical program. We give you assignments, we give you real case studies, we help you learn from people who are actually doing product management rather than professors. Okay, if 4 months is too long for you, if you are aggressively looking for a role, then we also make the past cohorts recording available to you so that you are able to complete the program in about 30 or 45 days. Okay, we take about 60, 50 to 60 people in a particular cohort. And further, we divide the group into 4 or 5 people so that the personalization is maintained. Okay, once you complete the program, we also give you some kind of placement assistance. So we make sure that you are connected to our community, you get office hours, you get expert sessions, you get career support from us. Okay, now one more important thing that no other bootcamp provides you is that even after you complete the program, we invite you for a weekly office hours. So we conduct a Zoom call every Thursday 9 p.m. so that you can join that office hours even after completing the program for the period of 2 years. If you have any questions that you are facing as a product manager, understand, when you get into your first role as a product manager, it is possible to feel some kind of imposter syndrome. At that point also, we are going to guide you. So Hello PM is not only about becoming a product manager but thriving into product management. Okay,
Teams.
and to
Received a
connect with
new
the
message
alumni,
from
if someone
Misha
wants to connect with
Rowell.
the alumni, you can just
Rastria
go to the website, click on the review
BANIJYA
section.
Bank
You
Credit
should be
Message
able to
Credit
find
System
more
Timeout
than
Service
70, 80
Disabled.
reviews, along with the LinkedIn profiles and videos. Okay. For career support, we help you with reviewing your resume. We help you do better on LinkedIn, optimizing your profile. We help you with mock interviews, referral from some candidates, access to curated job board, and portfolio creation. Okay. And the next cohort is starting from 23rd Feb. Cool. Now, everyone, tell me on a scale of 1 to 5, do you think it is possible for you to become a product manager? Good. So now what I'm going to do is we also have an offline group. So we meet multiple product managers. So we do these meetups in multiple cities. Recently, we have done in Hyderabad, San Francisco, Delhi, Bangalore. So if you are a part of HelloPM community, you can also go ahead and join them. Okay. Now let me just go ahead and share the feedback form with you. Okay. So guys, before I could take the question, I know that some people are here for the resources. So I'll first share the feedback form. Once you fill the feedback form within a day, a team should be able to go ahead and send you the resources. So everyone, all the 280 people in the chat, go ahead and fill this feedback form. If you fill this feedback form, then you will be eligible for all the resources that I've talked about in the session. Okay. So fill that feedback form. It is absolutely mandatory. People who are interested in the program can straight away go to the website and apply. Everyone fill the feedback form, please. Go ahead, folks. I could see there are many people in the session and they have not completed the feedback form. Go ahead, guys, fill the feedback form. Super important. Yes. One more thing, guys, that for the timing of the cohort, on 23rd, we are starting two batches. One is for the Indian time zone, and the other is for the US time zone. Okay, for US time zone, it is going to be from 7:30 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Pacific time zone. And for Indian time zone, it is going to be from 12 to 2 in the afternoon. So the one batch is US and one is the Indian batch. Yes, cool. Yes, Saturday and Sunday, the classes are only conducted on Saturday and Sunday because most of the people who take this program are working professionals. Cool. Guys, come on, fill the feedback form quickly so that we can move ahead. Yes, guys, you'll get all the resources. Just wait for a day. We'll send you all the resources very soon. Everyone, I'll give you 2 more minutes.
Teams received a new message from Nisha Rawal. Service enabled.
Cool, guys. So I think we are done with the feedback. Okay. So cool. Now, guys, I will share a link with you in the chat so that you can post your questions. Okay. So I will share a link with you in the chat. Go ahead and start posting your questions. I've shared a link in the chat to post your questions. You can also go to slido.com and put this number in order to post your questions. Okay. So access to the resources will be given in a day, guys. It will be sent to your email addresses, whatever you have posted on that. Yes. So, guys, go ahead, use the link in the chat or put your questions out there. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to ask your questions. 5, I think, is too much. I'll give you 3 minutes because you only have to write your questions. So, I'll give you 3 minutes to write your questions. Okay. We will resume when this ends.
Gmail, syncing new emails.
Yes. Yes, guys. So we have 82 questions, and then we are going to go ahead now. Okay. The first thing is, yeah. So, guys, I will only take questions which are here, not in the chat, so that it helps everyone. Okay. So, the first question is, I will expand this so that everyone is able to see. Okay. So, the first question is, I want to really join, but I cannot afford the $850. Is there a discount, please? Guys, we do not offer any discounts. The fees remains the same for everyone. The maximum that we can do is for Indians, we can give you the no cost EMIs. And for people who are from other countries, we can break down this 850 into two installments, 425 and 425 each. That 425 you need to give before you join the program, and 425 after completing 40 days in the program. Yes, and also if you go ahead and compare the course fees with other similar kind of quality programs, you should be able to see less quality and much more fees. I'm a bit concerned about product market and its future. Can you give me an answer? So, okay. So, tell me in the chat how many of you have this question about what is the future of product management? Tell me in the chat, yes or no. How many of you have this question? Yes. Cool, guys. So, let's try to answer this question from a very first principle way. First principle way from very basic and commonsensical things. Okay. The role of a product manager is to bring the customer perspective on the table, to help the company understand the market, and then work with people in order to take the product out in the market and then drive the success of the product. As long as company needs someone to do this, understand customers are the most important stakeholders. You cannot ignore the customers, even in the world of AI, right? So product managers are going to be relevant for a long period of time as long as customers are relevant for your business. First thing. Second thing is, if you consider other jobs, let's say the major issue of product managers was to work with engineers, to work with designers and all. And they have to be very good with prioritization so that they are only giving the right work to the product, to the engineers and designers. But now with the help of AI, even the product managers can create very quick prototypes, working websites, apps very, very quickly. There are so many apps to do this. Okay. So I believe that product manager of the future are going to be the most leveraged positions. If you can do product management really well, in the end, the customer is going to pay for your products. And the customer and product manager is someone who brings that to the table. So I do not think that sooner the product manager are going to be go ahead and get out of the job. Okay. So what will happen is that people who are doing product management by just writing few documents, following up with people, they have to take a cut. Okay. Those roles might become redundant because now you will have, let's say, machines doing the work for you. But the people who bring real insights, who create strategies and improve businesses, these product managers are going to be even more relevant. Okay, so focus on what will not change. The customer insights, the ability to connect with customers will not change. The ability to build good businesses, the ability to create fantastic products, that will not change. Cool. A quick yes on everyone if you're able to understand the answer. So don't be afraid about what is going to happen to product management. Just imagine that the future of product management are going to be more powerful. Do you have that ability to be that powerful by learning? If you are hiring in PM intern today, what three quality experience do you look for? Okay, forget about the experiences. I will look at what have they done. If someone tells me I'm passionate about product management, I don't care. I care about what you have done. So if you can show me some work, such as if you can show me some hustle, okay, that you have put some work in order to reach to this job. Second is if you can go ahead and help me understand your customer empathy skills. Can you give me some insights about the customers? Or can you go ahead and maybe talk to me about my business? And then I would also judge you by your ability to communicate. Are you able to clearly communicate to me or not? Not in speaking language, but at least in the written language. Okay, so your hustle, your customer insights, and your ability to communicate is something that is going to be working for you. Can you help me answer below question when you are a PM at Reliance, what feature will you remove from the LinkedIn? Okay, so this is not an interview, guys. We are not going to answer hypothetical questions. Okay, this is not an interview. I can give you one answer and that might not be relevant. Please offer discounts. I want to buy, but heavy on the products. Sorry, guys, if you cannot afford the course right now, I will not force you to buy it. Take some time, get to that level that you can go ahead and maybe buy this course without breaking the bank. Can we pay after the job? No, this is not a job guarantee platform, guys. This is not a job guarantee. This is an upskilling platform. This is not a placement agency. Yes, some things are different, some things are here and there, but most of the things are same. Almost all the companies that we take, they might be built in India, but they are of the global caliber. Some mentors could be here and there also. Like we go ahead and work with few outside mentors of the India in order to deliver the US code. I want to understand how different. I want to understand how it makes difference in PM from product management, where people say PM certificate. No, there are no certifications for PM, guys. Please do not waste your money on certifications in product management. There is no one recognized body that gives certifications to PM. Okay, everyone is giving their own certifications, so don't rely on them. And also, certifications do not get you a job into product management. How to find out products and their problems for writing case studies. Four things. Do the market research, competitive research, talk to the users, go ahead, look at what people are talking about their product in the reviews forums, in the social media, they and their competitors. Look at some numbers and data that you can find. That's it. Use the product by yourself. As AI is booming and becoming increasingly prevalent, how much impact will a product manager on the job? I have already told you that product managers are going to become even more powerful. So, guys, I have also created a session on AI for product managers, where I have two sessions actually. In one of the sessions, I have interviewed someone who was a product lead at NASA, at Meta, at Google, at Uber. I have interviewed them so you can understand it from them. Second is I have also made a video on AI tools for product managers. I will also share it with you in the resources section. Content is available for 2 years. Okay. All the updates and addition will be available to you for free for a period of 2 years. Yes, we have a Tech for Product Managers program. If you go to the website, you should be able to find that program as well. And understand Tech for PM programs is also available complimentary as the major program, with the part of the major program. Do you offer accelerated courses for former senior technical music? Yes. We offer, like, you can go ahead and accelerate this program, and we can give you a couple of extra sessions in order to help you one-on-one. So we have many people who have transitioned from senior PM roles to GPM roles in the same cohort because the program is very customizable. How will the AI impact for the job market? I have already answered this question. AI will make you more powerful as a product manager if you know how to use AI. For final year student, how to land a job as a PM intern experiences. I've already told you guys that was all the session was about. Go ahead. If you already have done the internship, you know somewhat of product management. Try to learn it more, try to become better at it.
Modes and routines,
Create a strong
sleep turned
portfolio,
on,
start reaching out
until
to companies
before
one
bed
by
is
one.
no
You
longer
should be able to get a
detected.
job. How